This next guy, I met him yesterday for the first time, and my energy levels just skyrocketed as soon as I got around him. I mean, his inspiration is just contagious. You're going to hear this guy take the mic and you're going to be like, wow, I feel so much better. And you're going to have no idea why. Because he is very, very inspiring. He is the founder of Becoming Better You Fitness. Not only does he have a thriving business that is helping a lot of people with their physical and mental health, but he also constantly speaks to nonprofits. And he is a mixed martial artist. Without further ado, can I get a loud standing ovation for the closer of the night, Coach Paul Casey? Yeah!
Go on! Thank you. Do you love the person you see in the mirror? Most people will say yes without a second thought. But I'm talking about really love the person. That true, deep identity. When you take a look at who you are truly inside, can you look in the mirror and love that person? I'm Coach Paul. I'm a father figure to two amazing young boys. I'm a six-figure entrepreneur, a gym owner, a homeowner, a family man, a motivational speaker. I'm also a recovering drug addict, an ex-con, and formerly homeless. All of those make my identity. And when I say identity, I'm not talking about the name on your ID card, your race, or your gender. I'm talking about your true identity. The identity that's made up of your daily acts and habits that you show to the world. The identity that's been created based upon your past experiences and the perspective around those past experiences. I grew up in a broken home. My mom was on drugs and my dad was physically and emotionally abusive. But they did the best they could for me based upon the identities they had created in their lives. But because of that, at 15, I started struggling with my own drug addiction. And at 15, I started getting incarcerated, going in and out of boys' homes and juvenile halls. By 16, I was homeless for the first time. And by 17, I was a high school dropout. In and out of juvenile hall a few times. 18, I went to jail for the first time. A couple times in jail. And by 19, I had gone to prison for the first time. And when I got out of prison, for the first time ever, I wanted to be someone different. I wanted to change my identity. I wanted to do something other in the world. So I got a little part-time job at Sprint. I started taking a couple college classes, got a girlfriend, did all the normal societal things. But you see, I had not changed that identity I had created growing up. I had not changed the identity from that broken child, all those years of incarceration, of homelessness, of all the drug addiction I had struggled with. I did not change that identity. Because of that, I did not believe in myself. I did not believe I could do different. And so at 22 years old, I had committed a crime that had me looking at 27 years in prison. I was only 22. I was blessed by getting sentenced to 10. Yes, it was a blessing. Sounds crazy, but it's true. And during those 10 years, I faced the biggest transformation of my life. And it all starts from one guy. His name's Fernando. And I didn't like Fernando. You ever see someone and you just know they're going to do better than you? That's how it was with Fernando. Now, I've done a lot of deep work on myself, and I realized the reason I didn't like Fernando is because I was jealous of him. Fernando went to school. Fernando went to church. Fernando went to self-help groups. Fernando took a construction class. He didn't do no drugs. I never seen him in the back corner getting in no fights. Fernando was not me. And I knew Fernando was going to get out of prison and never come back. And I was destined to die in the streets or do life in prison. On August 29th, 2017, my mom was still dead. My stepdad was still dead. I still hated myself. I was still addicted to drugs. My wife had still left me. And I went to bed. On August 30th, 2017, the very next day, I woke up and I chose. And I say chose because I believe we all have a choice. I chose to change my identity and become someone different. Become someone that deserved better in the world and become someone that would be creating a purpose-driven life. And I did one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and I asked for help. And I walked up to Fernando and I said, hey bro, I need some help. Now, this is the first time I ever experienced something I want to ingrain into you today. It's about success. Now, success is a funny thing because success leaves clues. I want you guys all to say with me, right? Here's what we're going to say. What the hell does that mean? Go. I'm so glad you asked. So, what success means, when it comes to success means clues. I want to relate it to someone that's fit. They didn't just wake up toned, ripped, feeling good about their bodies. No, it was daily actions for their exercise, their nutrition, and their lifestyle. Or let's talk about a business coach, driving the car of his dreams, giving back to the community, serving his clients in an epic manner. That doesn't happen overnight. That doesn't happen on accident. That happens by changing our identity and changing our habits. And so success means clues is when we see someone doing the things we want to do, when we see someone doing things we would like to get better at, we should ask for some help. And so when I walked up to Fernando and I asked for his help, he changed the trajectory of my life. It's okay to ask for help. Look, if you're struggling in your health and fitness, holler at me, holler at Erica. If you want to get on stages like this, talk to Robin. You want to get famous? Go talk to Whitney. Look, there are people in the room today that have shared some amazing things with you. I had a client. My client Stacy just got married in Hawaii last month. And I was blessed with the opportunity to fly out to Hawaii and be there for my client's wedding. But here's the crazy thing about Stacy. So I met Stacy through her now ex-boyfriend, not the guy she married. And so me and Stacy started talking. We hit it off right off the bat. We started talking, and she had lived in the place I grew up in San Jose, California. And come to find out that she actually knew my mom. In fact, she saw my mom during her last months on this earth. And so when she was finally ready to work on her fitness and her mindset, she reached out to me. She worked with me for 6 months, lost 25 pounds, got in the best shape of her life, changed her mindset around food, was able to eat the things she loved, show a positive example for her kids, and feel good about the woman she saw in the mirror. Life shows up. Stacy's a mom of 2 kids, right? She's got a high demanding career as a lawyer. And so she went back out there to do her thing. And then she met her new, now husband. So she comes back to me, Coach, I need your help again. So I got you, Stacy. So Stacy starts training with me again. We're prepping her for her wedding. She's losing weight. She's losing inches. Look, every time Stacy had to go and get her outfit, her dress adjusted, they had to take inches in. And the woman adjusting her dress hated me. But Stacy loved me because I was helping Stacy love the woman she saw in the mirror. And so when Stacy invited me to her wedding in Hawaii, I had to think about that for a moment. I'm a business owner. All my money goes into my business. And if it's not going into my business, it's going into my family. I don't spend money on trips. I don't spend money on myself. I don't buy nice things for myself. Everything I make is going back into my business or my family. And so when she told me her wedding was in Hawaii, I was like, I don't think I can go. When is it? Stacy looked at me. She said, it's on August 25th. August 25th is the day I got out of prison. Right? August 25th is the day I got my freedom back after doing over 10 years of incarceration. And I knew at that moment I had to be at her wedding. I knew at that moment I wasn't just celebrating Stacy's wedding. I was celebrating my freedom. But not just my freedom, I was celebrating the freedom I helped my clients create for themselves by changing their lifestyle, changing their habits, changing their mindsets. And so I went to the wedding. It was amazing. You know, I am so blessed that Fernando helped me start to love the person I saw in the mirror so that I could help the moms that I work with love the woman they see in the mirror, because I work with these moms because I believe moms run the household. And when you run the household, if I can help you change your relationship with food, with fitness, shift your mindset, it's going to spread to your kids. And I'm on a mission to impact the youth. But here's the thing. Yeah, you can clap for that. Go and clap for that. Yes. Love the kids, right? So here's the thing. As a coach, people think I always have it all together. But recently I hit a wall. So I was prepping for a bodybuilding show. I'm supposed to be on stage next Friday in my underwear, not this nice suit, right? And so I'm prepping for this bodybuilding show, and I'm putting myself through a physical and mental endeavor while dealing with being a parent and some business stressors. I'm doing all the things. I'm in a huge calorie deficit, damn near starving. I'm doing my workouts, hours of cardio, 15,000 steps every day while running 2 businesses, being a parent, doing martial arts, and I broke. I realized at that moment that I'm a human being, not a robot. I've been able to accomplish some amazing things in the world. In fact, I've done more in the 6 years of freedom I've had than some people will do in their entire lives, and I am just getting started. But at that moment, I broke. At that moment, I realized I was not a robot, I was not a machine, and I had to do one of the hardest things I've had to do in a very long time. And I had to pull myself out of the show 2 weeks ago. And I felt like a failure. I felt like I let myself down. I let my clients down. I let my family down. I let my social media following down. I felt like I just let everyone down. But I had a shift at that moment. Because I personally have never been on a weight loss journey. And I finally knew the true emotional toll my clients were going through. Because I've got the book smarts, I've got the experience as a coach, I've helped hundreds of people get in the best shape of their life, but I've never been through that level and felt what they feel. That's made me a better human being, a better coach, and it's taught me something that I've always struggled with, which was compassion. Compassion for myself, compassion for others, compassion for the world. And because of that, it created another shift in my identity. See, I believe our identities are constantly evolving if we choose to let them. If we choose to let them. Because you can walk out of here today and be the same exact person. Or you could take all the information, the inspiration, and the motivation that each and every speaker that came on this stage today has poured their heart and soul and given to you. And you can walk out the Gatsby's and come party with us afterwards. But on top of that, you can also walk out of here a completely different person. Every person on the stage has talked about making a decision, a deciding moment in their lives when they decided to do something different. All of us can do that. Because once again, on August 29th to August 30th, nothing changed but my mindset. As you walk out of here today, all you have to do is focus each and every day to just become a little bit better than who you were yesterday. And then the very next day, just become a little bit better than who you were that day. And then a little bit better. And I could just go back and forth on this stage, but you get what I'm talking about. Because all you have to do is focus on becoming your best self and every day become a better you. Thank you.